Coach Dominguez, what's up?
That's the animal known as Tulsa. That's what's up.
Oh my gosh, man!
So I got to go to 11 o'clock tonight, so that'll make it about a 14-hour day. So
yeah, right. You were here for the
first session.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Tell me how MWC is doing right now.
We're doing well. We're young or old, doesn't really matter. We're a little on the young side, but they're competing. They're scoring points. They're winning and losing. So I'm happy.
How do you treat this particular event for your youth kids? I mean, it's one of the tougher tournaments in the country. How do you guys prepare? Is it any different from other tournaments?
I'd be a liar if I said it wasn't. You know, it's a peaking point in our year. Nebraska runs a long folk style season, so our state folk style isn't until March. So being the planner that I am, I pick up in March and I come back down in February to get them back up for a March. So we prepare well for it. I think we were good this year. Again, we're young, but I think so far so good.
All right, so do you bring anybody from your club, or is there specific kids, skill levels that you bring to a tournament like this?
So I have two rooms that compete in my club, red room and blue room. So if you're in my blue room, you're supposed to be down here. I actually require all 8th graders to come down, because what it does is they're going into high school. Win or lose, I don't really care. I just want them to get in a big atmosphere, feel what it's like if they're folk style guys. So that way they understand, well, it's not so big, just a high school state tournament. So it's good that way. But at most part, I got about 45 guys in that room. I got about 32 of them here. Some of them were sick. Some of them have school conflict they have to deal with. So it's a give and take a little bit.
How do you compare wrestling, the high-level youth wrestling today of 10 years ago?
Oh, wow. You know what? I think it has spiraled up. I think it's going really stinking good. Kids are knowing solid basic skills. Their positions are great. They're wrestling at a high level, as in good transitions, right? Inside ties, elbows, controls. They're just scoring from everywhere. And they know how to wrestle through everything. To me, that's what's amazing. As you didn't see that until you saw college kids. Now you can see 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and 15-year-olds understand scrambling, scoring, popping their head up, wrestling through, chain wrestling, and maybe they'll go for a minute and a half, just like they're in, like the no score, but it's some of the best wrestling out there. And our coaches have gotten really good, and they've really have tacked how to teach little ones how to wrestle, which has been super great.
Can you see here, a kid that might come here for the first time, pretty successful at local tournaments, have like any aha moments?
Absolutely. So this is probably there's such a demeanor to this tournament that I think it ahas anybody. Whether you're super awesome or just a new kid, you could be the returning Tulsa champ, and then all of a sudden you're in a bracket going, oh man, I've never been in a 64-man bracket.
Yeah.
What's that like, Dad or Coach? So I think this tournament ahas everybody, without a doubt.
How do you communicate with the kid that comes away upset?
Yep. So if he's new to the tournament, a lot of confidence talk. Hey, I'm super proud of you for being down here. It's your first time down, second time down. You're doing great. You're only going to get better, right? And even after they go a bad tournament, I'm going, hey, what are the lessons we learned? How are we going to get better? What are we going to do to be better next week or the week after? Because mostly, my kids next week will have most of the week off, because I'll bring them down, let them get back in, because I've missed 2 days of school, let them get back comfortable, feel good. We'll have Thursday practice. So a lot of confidence, just always reeling forward.
Do you see like learning or growing experiences out of parents that come here and have maybe not seen it or seen their kid maybe take lumps like this?
Absolutely. So we have so I'll be honest with you, I recruit parents more than I do kids. Because if I have parents that understand development and it's not a right now win, I take those parents with a really bad wrestler, you know what I mean? And I don't say bad, maybe new. More so that I want that really great wrestler with the parents that are like, okay, we want to win now, right? I'm a long-term guy. I want high school and college and Olympic level stuff, right? So I personally pride myself on development, and I want to develop the parents, the coaches, my whole club that way. I want to build that culture that only holds up, holds everybody up, right? Each pillar is important for itself. I mean, we had 27 All-Americans, 2 World Team members, and the OW at Fargo this year, so it's going the right direction.
So I know you're a big international guy, big Greco guy. Yep. Do you look forward to the Greco season, or how do you treat the different styles, I guess?
Well, I look forward to any freestyle Greco event.
Yeah.
I like folk style. Don't get me wrong. It's the necessary evil. It's a time filler. But if I had my way, of course, we'd be wrestling freestyle Greco all the time. But I really try to get in and out of folk style season without injuries. I I hold kids out of preseason because I want them to wrestle Freco. So because I want them to go long. I don't want to cut them off early. Go, oh man, you're really burnt out. I got to send you home. So I will say, hey, let's not do preseason this year. You'll wrestle regular folk style, and then we'll come around and wrestle freestyle Greco. Because to me, freestyle Greco is where the 1% kids hang out. The ones that want to do wrestling. They like that style. That's where their parents hang out. Everybody, it brings the club closer together to be able to take 40, 50 kids to a tournament. So, I mean, I took 27 to Fargo last year and had a blast. Yeah. So, yeah, I can't wait to get there. I know I love folk style, so I always want my kids to do good. But they always know in the back of my mind, hey, it's already January. Yeah. 2 months, we're 2 months away, right? So it's good.
You just broke the news to me, DeSanto over Suriano. Yep. We didn't see the match, but you saw your wife actually say the result, which I think is amazing. Initial thoughts, what did you think going in?
Yeah,
after the match?
I'll be honest, we were talking earlier, I would have thought Suriano had the technique and the savvy to out-wrestle DeSanto. DeSanto's gritty, don't get me wrong. He gets after it, he fights hard. Obviously, we know this. But maybe his toughness and grittiness just pushed Suriano to a point where he's like, man, I don't know what to do. So he maybe frustrated him a little bit. But yeah, shout out to my wife for hooking me up with the score. Thanks, Jen.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. All right, cool. How do people get a hold of you if they're interested in checking out the club in Nebraska?
Yeah, we're on our website is mwcwrestlingacademy.com. My phone numbers and emails are all listed on there, and my Twitter and Facebook are all out there with MWC.
Awesome. Always good to see you. Thanks for putting your energy into the sport. You got anything else for us?
Go Greco.